guys, and welcome to Series English. Today I want to touch upon a very pressing and confusing issue, using different prepositions with the verb to work. There are quite many of them, and they can cloud your judgment and confuse you a lot. So let's clear the air at last and find out when we are supposed to use which one. First of all, to work for and work at are more or less equal. They have very similar meanings, but there are some variations, some peculiarities here. Let's clear the air. To work for, you can work for a company. You can work for McDonald's, you can work for Microsoft, for BBC, and so on, for a company. You can work for someone, a person, if he or she is your manager or your boss. In this meaning, you also use the preposition under, so you can work under someone, a manager or a boss. I work under Sarah. She's my boss. I work for Sarah. She's my boss. I work for John. He's my manager. I work under John. He's my manager. Now, to work at can also mean to work at a company where you are an employee. So here, this preposition is more or less connected with the place where this company is situated. However, you can work for a company but not be there geographically. An example, I work for Sydney University at their China campus. So, geographically, I'm in China, not in Australia, not in Sydney. So that's why I say I work for Sydney University. But I'm at their China campus. However, some teachers might tell you that these are absolutely equal. Not quite so. However, notice that native speakers from the United States might use for a lot, to work for. They might prefer this combination, work for. And as for native speakers from the United Kingdom, they will use work at more. Now let's move on to work in. Hopefully you do remember that this preposition is used when we talk about the place, geographical location. So that's why we use work in when we talk about the location. To work in some place, in the city, in a country. I work in the United States. I work in France. I work in a bank, in a building. I work in a hospital. Here you might presuppose that you work, for example, in a hospital, but you are not a doctor. I work in a hospital, but I'm a janitor. I work in a hospital, in the building, but I'm not a doctor. So there are some hidden meanings sometimes, so be careful. Professional field. I work in advertising. I work in teaching. Where do you work? So when you talk about your professional field, use the preposition in. You can also work in a department, in a division, in a unit, in a team, and so on. I work in the IT department of Microsoft. Yay for me! Okay, now to work with. Most commonly, this combination is used when you talk about people. So you usually work with someone. Here you can talk about your customers. You work with people. You sell something. You are a sales manager. You are a sales rep, representative. Or you can cooperate with someone in getting some job done. For example, I work with Microsoft. We work with Microsoft on their advertising program. Now, notice the difference between working for a company and working with the company. If you work for a company, you are either an employee or you do some job for them. You do it alone. So you are not cooperating with the company. They are doing nothing. They are waiting for you to get this job done. But if you work with the company, you are working as a team together. You are cooperating with them. You are equals. Now, professional field is also possible here. I work with lasers. The preposition alongside can be used in the meaning of cooperating with someone. I work with Sarah on this project. I work alongside Sarah on this project. However, this preposition is not very common. I should say, better use with to work with. Do not forget that you can work with a person or with a company. I work with John on this project. Now, to work as can be used with a job. You can work as an accountant or as a teacher. But better formulate it in a shorter way and simply say, I am a teacher, I'm an accountant. And finally, work on. You work on something, on a project, on a report, and things like that. I'm currently working on a report about studying Russian as a foreign language. Okay, that's it. I hope that now you are able to find your way around all these prepositions with the verb to work. If you have any questions, as usual, feel free to write to me. And do not forget to like this video. If you press this little button, it will help me a lot. Or here, or here. Anyway, you can find it down there. Like, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in my next video. Happy English and Russian practice. Bye!